Good day all, welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel. Today we've got for you a really beautiful 1968 Buick GS 400. You don't see many of these, especially in the drop top version like we've got here today. Less than 2,500 of these made back in 1968, and this is a fine example of one. GS meaning Grand Sport. This particular Buick was their entry into the sports car slash muscle market of the time, competing against the GTO, Chevelles and the like, and this was their answer to that. And it is a really cool car from the era. It's dressed in its original colors, originally with maroon metallic paint, and it has been resprayed in maroon metallic paint. It's in good driver condition. Small imperfections here and there, but overall a good looking paint job on this car. Black interior, same as it was born with as well, so wearing its natural colors. You can see up front cool styling we've got here. This really nice non-functional hood scoop with a chrome frame around it, and you can see how the framing comes all the way down the hood to the very front and sets up that Buick right there at the lip of the hood. Got a black egg crate grille, a really nice looking chrome bumper underneath, a Grand Sport emblem on the grille, just as she would have looked from factory. Moving around to the side of the car, plenty of chrome trim to keep things popping. You can see the wheel lip molding, the bright window trim, got dual chrome side mirrors, chrome door handles, and a spectacular stance. It sits on a set of Magnum wheels. Those are wrapped in Firehawk Indy 500 tires. A nice combination, looks great for the car, and you can see those old center caps there. Peeking behind, you can see we've got front wheel disc brakes, drums on the rear. The top on this car is in very good condition. Looks like it's been replaced sometime in the recent past. It really shows exceptionally well. We've got a nice black boot cover in the trunk for it too when that top goes down, to dress it up to cruise around town. Oh, I almost forgot. Up on the fender, these faux air vents, they may not be functional, but boy, they sure do look cool and give it that sporty appearance, along with the GS 400 logo. I can show you what I mean by some of the imperfections in the paint. Here's a very small one. You see that little scratch right there. It's little stuff like that that puts this car in driver quality paint condition, but those again are few and far between with a great overall look to the car. The back end of these cars is really unique to this label. You can see how it's concave, how the sides jut out further. The bumper, the body, all of it kind of curves in at the center for a great look. These emblems on the side aren't just emblems, but these are running lights that illuminate when the headlights are turned on, and it looks great. It's a really nice touch. On the trunk of the car, you can see that they've carried the same theme from the hood to the rear onto the deck lid, and you've got more of that decorative trim. This time, instead of framing the word Buick, we've got a real nice GS 400 badge down there. Under this fender that recedes rather sharply, we've got a hidden gas fill behind the license plate and an exhaust tip on each side. And a lovely sound it does put out. Look at the glass back window here for the top. Looks like new. No hazing, no scrapes on it. It looks like it's in excellent condition. While we're in the rear, we're going to open up the trunk. And you can see it just has a carpet mat. There's that nice black boot cover with foam padding that goes underneath of it to make it look extra sharp. And a full-size matching spare. There is no jack in the trunk, but we do have a matching spare on a matching rim, which is a nice treat. Overall, trunk's in very good condition. Very nice. Sides of the car are nice and straight. save for the intentional crease that's in it. Kind of gives it that going fast while it's sitting still look. You can see here it starts down at the rear wheel, travels up the body of the car all the way until it resolves up here at the very tip, right there. It just gives it that really cool look. Now that we're back up at the front of this Grand Sport, I'm going to pause briefly. I'm going to get this big hood open and share with you what's going on underneath. And we are back under the hood of the 1968 Buick GS 400 with a beautiful looking stock engine bay. You can see we've got a courtesy light that pops on when you open the hood, making it so you can see what's happening under here in the dark. At dead center, we've got a bright red 400 cubic inch block, a stock intake, a 4-barrel carburetor, all topped off with this air cleaner here with a chrome topper. Valve covers are really cool. They're specific to the GS 400. You can see the decal on there and the ribbing on the black valve cover. Very, very cool. While we're on this side, you can also see that it's got a brand new brake booster, a new dual reservoir, again for those front disc and rear drum brakes. We've got power steering as well, and we are not done there. I think you all probably saw before on the other side, the passenger side, it is a factory AC car, and it does still blow cold, which is a really nice combination with that convertible top. So cold AC, power steering, power brakes with discs in the front, 4-barrel carburetor. We're checking a lot of boxes here already on this Buick. Cast manifolds, as you can see, look really nice, and those lead down to a true dual exhaust emptying out on either side of the back end. This 400 is married up to a 4-speed manual transmission and a 10-bolt rear end to get the job done. Freeway friendly gears in the back so you can cruise down the highway, keeping up with traffic, no problem. And feeling nice and cool with that air conditioning inside. Speaking of inside, I can't wait to show you. The interior is in spectacular condition on this ride. You can see when we open the door, courtesy lights come on, both under dash and back here in the rear. Door cards look like OEM correct to me. I don't know if they're original to the car, but they are in very good condition. You can see we've got some extras, a toggle for the side mirror, and power window controls as well. Carpet leads us inside, nice black hook and loop carpet, and some great looking seats. Let me show you the rear seat first. It looks like it's never been sat in. Excellent condition. Front seats, same thing. Maybe mild wear, I guess. You can see a little bit of creasing from having sat in it, but look at the bolster. Looks nice, very nice. And this is just our seat belt. It's not anything wrong with the seat itself, just a seat belt sitting there. Let's hop on inside. I can't wait to show you more. Passenger door card looks just as nice as the driver's. Both of them sport GS emblems. In between the seats up front here is the shift console. It doesn't go all the way back between the seats. This is a feature just of the GS 400. It's really cool. You got a Hurst dogleg shifter with a straight black ball, black rubber shift boot, and a factory tachometer. Now the tach in this car doesn't work accurately. It reads about, I don't know, 300 or 400 while you're idling, and I can't get it anywhere near the 3,000 mark. It just doesn't seem to work so well. It works a bit, but not well enough to be trusted. And you can see there's a pattern indicator there because we have just a plain black ball on the shifter with no pattern on it. But a really nice setup. I do love that. I think it looks awesome. Ahead of the driver, a black rimmed 3-spoke, what looks to be OEM correct steering wheel that does have a working horn and has tilt as well. So, well, here, let me move it for you. tilt column. Dash is black and crack free. No warps, no cracks. Looks nice and sharp the whole way down. Ahead of the driver, we've got a wide 120 mile an hour speedometer. Very wide indeed. A gas gauge, warning lights for your basic functions, no gauges for them. And as you can see here, a working clock. You can see the second hand sweeping on by. Usually the clocks don't work in these older vehicles, but this one sure does. Mileage says that this is actual on the title. We don't believe that this car has less than 2,000 actual miles on it. Somehow that happened with the title, so you got bragging rights, even though it may not be correct. Looking down here at the lower dash, you've got controls for your lights, wiper, washer, all of which work. Wipers are 2-speed. And on the other side, you've got a lighter and your climate control system, circa 1968. And again, the air does blow cold, the heat blows hot. And the only issue with the system is that it doesn't blow out of the dash vents here and on the far side and in front of the driver. If you turn on the air conditioning, it blows from beneath, so down underneath, or up top through these vents. Same with the heat. There must be a bad actuator in the system that is not opening up the gate to let it go through the dash vents. But it does get nice and cold. If you got your windows up and you turn that on, it will get chilly in the car, no doubt about it. Stereo system is 1968 style. We've got a Buick Delco radio, AM, FM, push button. It does work and works pretty well. Sounds okay. In front of the passenger, a standard issue glove box with nothing going on in it. Nice and simple. So without further ado, let's fire this car up. Once we get it going, I will show you a couple of the features and then we will put the top down. I will give it a pump or two because it is a big V8. Oh, it sounds great. Take a look at that tachometer. You can see what I'm saying. It simply just doesn't work accurately, although it does move. Stereo.
Your furnace and AC isn't worth fixing. You need to replace it with a whole...
So you can see the stereo works just fine. I'll hit the wipers real quick for you. Fast is fast, no doubt about it. And down here, we'll turn the air conditioning on. Moving this all the way up here. And turning this up on the high. You can feel the RPMs drop. Hear the rush of air. It is pumping out down here, and I can feel cold on my feet already. It is working just fine, and that actuator is probably not going to be that big a deal to actually fix. Shut that off. Now the convertible top. Up here we have handles that you can undo. Just go ahead and lower these, and it's right up there. Pull them both out, and this button here that says accessory is what we're looking for. To the left is moving the top down, and I will show that to you. Top goes down real easy. I'll show you the window operation. That's your driver's side, and down, and behind me. Whoop. There we go. And on the passenger side. get up there. Goes down nice and quick. And lastly, this corner one. Now sometimes this one will stick. I've had a couple instances where I've had to help it on its way back up. See, like right there. It does happen. It's not every time, but sometimes it does need a little help going up and down. Let me hop out. I want you to see what it looks like with this convertible top down, because it's a whole different car without it. Absolutely stunning. Even better when we get that boot cover on there. You'll see that in a couple of the photos in the photo array. Now, I did make mention in the description that this top has a kind of weak motor on the passenger side. When we go to put it up, the passenger side is not going to lift very well. I'll get out of the car, walk around to it, physically lift it up, and then hop back in, and it will go the rest of the way on its own. And I'll demonstrate that for you now. See how it rises on one side? And it can be a one-person job. You don't need a second person to pull this off. As you walk around to this side, you just lift it up. Right like that. Back in the car. And here we go. Take me just a second here to get it lined up. There we are. Hard to do while you're holding the phone. Easy to do if you're not. So we've got both the latches redone, our visors are up, and the top is secured. Oh, listen to that. Let's go back and give a listen to the tailpipes and check out that engine again. This 400 just purrs. No shaking, no skipping a beat. Nice, smooth running V8. Back here at the tailpipes, an awesome sound. Folks, if you've got any questions about this 1968 Buick GS 400 convertible with a 4-speed and factory air, give us a call. Here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, we're at 614-276-7355. We can help you with financing. We can help get you transport quotes to send it in an enclosed carrier from our garage to your garage. And we are here to answer your questions. Again, we're at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, Ohio, 614-276-7355. We appreciate you joining us. Remember to like and share. And don't go away, because coming right up just a second from now, we're going to take this baby out on the road.
All right, welcome back to the driving portion on this 1968 Buick Grand Sport 400 convertible. This is a 4-speed car, as you can tell. Get started here. There's no traffic coming. Right off the bat, I can tell you that it has a very smooth clutch engagement. Now, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking in this video. Kind of want to let the car speak for itself. Very nice steering. Gonna do a little brake test up here. It does stop straight. like we're gonna get stopped at the red light here. Slow down for the train tracks up here as they are really rough. This is where I'm going to end the video here. If you guys have any questions about this 1968 Buick Grand Sport or any other cars in our inventory, give us a call. Our number is 614-276-7355. Thank you again, and we'll be back soon.